Well, hello, everybody. This is Dead Ed, and we are with Mugsy.
Oh, hi, Ed.
And aren't we?
Ed.
Hello, this is the In the Bread contest podcast. I may have had a stroke. And today, how is everyone today, actually, before we get started?
Fucking tired.
And you, Leber?
Yeah, we're right.
Boring. Okay. And myself... No, it's harsh but fair, Myself...
I know, it's not.
Yes, it is.
What'd you get up to, Ed?
Oh, not much at all. I have washed the toilet today.
Wash its filthy mouth out.
I had to wash its filthy mouth out. You know, the amount of poop that collects under the seat that folds down is just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the first time doing this.
No. It was the first time using a cloth. Usually I just use the end of my knob.
Uses dynamite.
The end of your knob.
Yeah, it gets all those tough stains out.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Never saw that on Danos Direct. Interesting.
Dinosaur X.
Must have been the Danos Direct. It's a 90s thing.
Is that not a thing anymore?
Wait.
No, of course
Say it again.
Danos Direct.
Danos Direct?
No, Erect.
Oh, Erect.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's, Oh, geez, who's this? What? Is this one of these online TV show selling...
He? It was a he? It was always different people every time I watched it.
No, but the dude himself, Danos, was a,
Oh, is it just one of those stupid channels where they have, like, fucking...
It's a shopping thing.
shopping
Yeah,
fancy.
right.
Like, they would always appear during, like, the mornings or midday.
Yes,
we'd
like
watch
fucking 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, those two, yeah.
I get you, yeah.
Look at this amazing stepladder for 7 easy installments of $2,500 a
It'll
day.
only cost you an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it's one of those. She's not bad.
And call in the next 15 minutes and we'll give you hepatitis. Woo!
That's my favourite.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That'd be a really friggin' stupid thing to give someone hepatitis to pay them money to give you hepatitis.
Well, it's pretty considerate if you ask me.
Okay.
Yeah, they're giving back.
Harsh but fair. Giving back to the people that we love.
Yeah,
That's right.
Community.
Harsh and fair.
Fair.
At
Okay.
large.
Well.
Hey,
Well,
Wait, before you start, I noticed that you still haven't mentioned
What?
Dead Ed or Dick Pin or anything like that in your podcast. It's still completely separate.
you know who else we haven't mentioned?
Jesus?
Anal.
Yes.
Jesus anal.
Yes.
Anal bleach.
Well, who haven't we mentioned?
Lower.
I'll bring it up a bit later.
Anyway, well, if you want to mention me, my name is Dead Ed. You can go to youtube.com
Hitler.com.
for fuck's sake. Oh.
I didn't mean Hitler now. I'm talking about your the description, like the word description. Like when people click and they say, "Oh, wow, this is a fascinating conversation. I'd like to know who these guys are." No one's going to know. How am I supposed to learn more about Hitler if I don't get to know who these guys are?
This isn't a history channel. We don't talk about him. He's a fascist dictator. But the interesting thing is, if we're going to speak about him, Stalin was worse. And yet,
Fashion.
he killed more.
Fashion designer.
He was a fashion designer. I mean, he did have the look with that moustache. But, like,
Mate.
he killed heaps more people than Hitler. But because
Yeah,
Stalin
was worse, yet he never gets credit.
Credit?
Not credit. He, like, barely people mention him. Like, he's like...
Well, he was on the winning
okay
side.
by everyone's books. Yeah, because he did one good thing, you know? I like that.
Actually, I was reading a history book, a legitimate history book, and it talked about how Stalin had already started what Hitler was doing with the Nazi regime. Only his was a war against the lower classes, where Hitler was a war against race and everybody else, religion and everybody
I mean,
else.
technically they were considered the lower class, though.
Who? The Russians?
No, the whole reason Hitler persecuted those people is because he considered them lower than him.
What, Jewish people? Oh, you mean...
Yeah.
They weren't lower class, though. His concerns were they were taking money out of Germany, wasn't it?
Yeah, but would Stalin not have done the same thing regardless?
I think
He could have just said, "Oh, they're below me."
I think
Anybody who was below him was technically the lower class.
that was it. Everyone, even his own son, he allowed him to die. So
Oh, yeah, he got thrown. He threw him in prison or something, didn't he?
he was thrown in prison, and he could have, I don't know, appealed his execution, but he didn't do it. So,
Wow.
Yep.
he was a nasty man. He was a real tough son of a biatch. Sorry to use such foul language.
It's alright. He was probably a brat anyway. Probably deserved it.
Yeah, well,
I'm a brat.
dangerous man.
Smack on his butt.
Dangerous that's his politics. Too much power. Power ultimately corrupts, and that's one thing that we have to remind ourselves. If we shouldn't vote in any lunatics, Trump, and sorry, Som just.
I was gonna say, Som's there.
She's inside now, but she's on the leash because she's a. Naughty,
she's inside.
She's a naughty dog and runs away from my Willy.
Naughty.
Naughty dog.
Naughty girl.
Eating all the peanut butter. Naughty dog. Smeared on my penis.
Saving none for Georgie.
No. She likes Vegemite.
No, she likes the crunchy peanut butter.
She did, but then Som ate it all, so I had to use it. Anyway. Actually, well, speaking, you know what? Speaking about weird fetishes and what people are into, Nugsy, I've seen that you've linked us, bequeathed us a very, let's say, controversial article about the world's first sex doll brothel, which has been...
Why is that controversial?
Because it's this topic, because it has been this first brothel, which is, I didn't even know that you would have a brothel with sex dolls, but apparently you do. It
Surprise me.
has been
Cheaper.
inundated. Actually, would be cheaper, but just imagine having to clean them out.
Yeah.
You're there with a power hose.
Clean real people, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you could sell the authentic filler by not washing them at all.
Oh, you could put them through the dishwasher. Just put them through the car wash.
That's money right there.
Yeah, you just the parts are removable. You just pull them out, you throw them in the dishwasher, and then you plug them back in after.
There we go. So everyone's a winner. Everyone's
Solving life's problems.
It is. But anyway, this particular type of brothel has been inundated with requests for... I don't know how to say this without making it sound...
Pedophile and rape sessions.
Yeah, pedophile session.
So,
Is that something?
the reason why I threw it in was because someone at work mentioned it. And my first reaction was...
Your first erection?
Yes. My first erection was followed by my first...
Ejaculation.
thought, yes.
Yes.
There are sex doll brothels, and I was like, well, that's no surprise. And then I thought, like, people were requesting sick, terrible acts, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm not surprised by that. But then I thought about it, and it gets into murky water because you obviously
Is it by the ocean?
if these people are channeling all this stuff in one particular place, then is it not better that they're not doing it to actual people? Because these are just dolls.
Correct.
But then the other thought I had was, but then they think it's okay to do it, and they take that to the outside world.
There's a huge debate about this that I've actually... I wouldn't say extensively looked into, but definitely out of some type of morbid curiosity have read about it. And there is both sides of the argument, which is exactly correct. There is the case of why not use a doll or something to allow these people to have some outlet, thus not actually going out and hurting real life people. But then you've got the cases of no, it's allowing people to then to become accustomed to this and assume that it's an okay thing to do.
So that's exactly what will happen, 100%, because that's what happens with everything.
People are
surely
stupid.
Surely there's some middle ground here, though.
You think so?
I feel like surely there's at least one out there who doesn't want to do it, and if he was offered this as an alternative, would be more beneficial. Right?
Well, I have a great idea. As an alternative, buy a fucking own one.
Buy what?
Do it as many times as you want. Clean it. Done.
What?
I suppose, but it might not be the same feel.
Are you talking?
It might not get the same thrill out of it.
I suppose they probably get the premium kind where you get like a shitty blow up one or something, full of plastic, doesn't feel right. Fine, I get that. But then, why not get a real woman instead? Fucking hell,
It
I
takes
don't
effort.
get it.
It takes effort, Lever. And they want everything. You know this. How much has your sister demanded from you?
And how much have you given back, Leber?
From a brothel.
From a brothel. That's worse, man. I think.
But it's the same thing because
brothels.
Men need to fucking. Why can't people hold in their shit? Why do they have to really let it all out? Why can't?
Because
are we talking about sex or pooping here? Because if you're merging these two things together,
the same thing by the sounds of it. No. You can go to a sex club doll thing and then shit all over if you really wanted to.
You can't rape them.
That's part of your fetish, isn't it?
Though.
If you want to, I don't understand. If someone wants to rape a doll, it's not technically rape, is it? Because it's a doll. You can't rape a stapler.
But why it's rape anything. It's the whole idea that you're thinking you would like to rape something.
It's messed up, yes. But welcome to the human race.
That's not acceptable. You can't say welcome to the human race. Oh wow, some guy mass murdered everyone. Welcome to the human race.
That's what humans do, though.
I know, but we shouldn't be doing that.
No, I know this.
So why are we encouraging things like this?
It's not so much as it's being accepted. It's more that this is something we can't really change, and we kind of deal with it as it comes.
Well, stuff like mass murdering, sure, you can't really. You can try as much as you can to change it, and you may help it in a way. Running a sex doll operation is 100% something that can be controlled by simply saying no.
But if it's an outlet.
Saying, no.
You know what?
Don't allow it.
If I knew there was a psychopath out there who gets off by doing that to women or men, it doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter who they want to rape. But if they want to rape someone, I'd feel a lot better sleeping at night knowing that they were doing it to a piece of latex than an actual person. I'm sorry.
I feel much better them not even.
Sorry, Lever.
About doing it. Okay, so
I know
that's so shit. It's like when someone does the same thing. Oh, I'd rather this serial killer kill a cat instead of an actual person.
No, that's not true.
Oh, but
not a cat.
Wait, why not a cat?
Kill a cow that's going to be slaughtered anyway.
Now you're being selective.
Because we can eat a cow, we can't eat a cat, and cats are beautiful.
Actually, that's an interesting thought. What if you got
get them to rape
killers
cows?
To rape them?
No, sorry, it was different. We're getting cross signals here. Get serial killers to work in an abattoir.
Well, yeah. Pretty much.
Because that's humanizing it, then they're going to be killing people in abattoirs.
I suppose.
Oh.
This is basically Dexter.
Let's try and get back to the topic at hand.
What, rape? Race.
It's
essentially that's the topic, isn't it?
It is. And
it was just that thought that I couldn't help not think, but it could be just as much a positive as it is a negative.
These dolls are pretty sexy. In fact, some of these look quite anime-ish, which has always been a thing for me.
I didn't go that far. I know that the owner said no. To allowing people to misuse the dolls.
Have child dolls, and child dolls are real.
Act out those fantasies.
You can get them. I don't know where.
Oh, it doesn't doubt. It
doesn't doubt indeed, bro.
But you know what? It's going to come a point where technology will take over, and I mean, this whole debate about computers and machines having rights. You know, the whole artificial intelligence moving in and abusing robots and those kind of things. It's like, at what point do we say artificial intelligence has now sustained the closest thing to consciousness?
I was also thinking about that. So I imagine there may potentially be a time where we have what's the word? Sentient AI or sentient, beings other than us that may or may not have created, and then we have sex dolls. And I sat there and I thought, so these two things are coexisting, and I could imagine the AI not quite understanding what's going on, and like they're misusing my people, but they're just dolls. And then like they go on this whole tirade where they have to like save the sex dolls, and it's like, but they're just dolls.
There are people who are against it. I remember we spoke about this in our first podcast, and there was a people campaigning against sex dolls and that kind of thing. But I said, if I could have before I met Georgie, this is, if I could have a robot that is impossible, like identically lifelike, like you couldn't tell the difference between that next to a real person, that could have the ability to have any number of things programmed into it, from artificial intelligence to being able to perform CPR, to be able to do psychological evaluations, check my health, cook, clean, be my best friend, be my best lover, perform the most outrageous sex I could ever imagine. I think it'd be amazing. One day you could have a blonde and then it's a brunette. That thin, you could alter it and customize it whichever way you wanted it to. You'd still want to treat it with respect and still love it. And I think that's what humans tend to do when they latch on to things they like. Like
the attachments cost extra.
Well, of course, you upgrade it. DLC, be able to speak any language. Have you heard?
That's a scary thought.
I've always wondered what it's like to have sex with people with different accents. It's like, imagine making
it would be the same. They're just not speaking the same language you understand.
No, not just the language. It's just the accent, like a really thick Scottish accent. I wonder what a woman sounds like.
Means no in every language.
No, or in French, it's not no.
No, please, no, please, no.
But now we have a sex doll brothel, and
yes.
Why don't we have one here?
Because you'd break them.
Maybe we do. Let's find out.
I bet you were the ones that were sending the requests, Leber. And you know what? I wonder what they would say if you said to them, "I want to get a doll, and can you make it look like my sister?" I wonder what they would say.
Can you do it right now?
Can you do it right now?
But you wouldn't say it look like your sister, right? You just say, "Oh, I want a sex doll that looks like this person."
No, I have to say it's my sister.
Would they say no to incest? It's like, this doll looks exactly like my sister. I want to be with it. I mean, obviously incest is against the law too, but would he? I wonder. I'm going to ask him right now. Actually, where's his email? What's his name? The owner. This says the owner. Dear owner, co-founder. Here we go. Segru Perito.
Dear owner, stop being a dickhead. Fuck you. Bye.
I was just doing a job, and I wonder who has to actually clean these dolls afterwards.
Apparently, an Austrian brothel buys a second sex doll due to high demand.
Hey.
One just wasn't cutting it.
Oh well, it's a very interesting topic. It's very widely debated topic, and there is no easy answer. Honestly, it's just a shame we can't live in a world where there is no rape, there are no people, child molesters.
We can.
But there's people out there who know that they don't need drugs, but then they look at that heroin or they look at that ice and they think, oh, just one more hit, and they do it, and they've got a starving kid or something, and they're just being selfish, and they don't care.
That's right. People have the willpower to do it, but they don't care. They go for the easy option.
This is why we can't have nice things. This
is why this sex doll should exist. And in the future, they will be robots. They will be the ones pleasuring you. Mm-hmm. They won't say nothing. They'll say, yes, master, blah, blah, blah. They'll have some sort of timer, so, unless you want more, she could be in the middle of blowing you, ready to go.
You have to put, an extra $1 in her side of her head.
Otherwise, you're getting the blue balls,
Where would you put the money?
First off, why am I paying my robot wife? If she's my wife, surely she'd just give it to me whenever I felt like it.
I mean, Ed...
It'd be the same now, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hey.
It's so funny.
I was going to say, how long have you been in a relationship for?
7 years.
How many things do you have to buy before she...
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't reached it yet.
Oh, okay.
She's not a gold digger, mate. That's not nice.
No. This is
she
true.
just digs for gold, that's all.
It's unusual. I mean, is sex really just the physical expression of love?
No, it's a hobby.
To some people, yes.
To most people in this world, that's all.
Yeah,
it is.
but it's the way some people are wired. Some people can't help that.
I enjoy it. I don't think. I mean, speaking
Everyone
personally,
can change themselves, but they don't want to.
No, you know what? I've sat down and I've said to myself, "What?
Go on."
No.
It's difficult.
It brings up a whole other topic that
It brings up a hole.
That I can't really go into because it's a podcast that I listened to a couple of weeks back, and it's too long and convoluted to really get into.
That's what I call my penis.
Now.
But
it questions free will. Because in a nutshell, free will is biological, and therefore, if it's biological, do we really have free will? Because when it's not really us that's deciding, it's something that we have no control over. It's a whole other thing.
Well, that is a very big topic, and maybe we can talk about that next week. Because right now, I don't know.
Forget
I don't.
I don't have time for this shit.
Well, talking about finding or having sex dolls and finding love in sex, there's a case where finding love with a woman who was looking for love. I think she was from the UK. Had a terrible prank pulled on her. Truly disgusting. An article I read just the other day about a lady from the UK flew to Amsterdam to visit a person she met on holiday and who was, I guess, her lover, for lack of a better word, during that holiday period, which I guess would be just a quick fling thing, but she obviously saw something in this guy, and so she flew over only to find out that it was a cruel joke, and that she was, quote, in quotations here, pull the pig. She was the pig that was pulled. That was the prank. Their friends.
Is this like a
must be a European thing.
A Dutch saying or something to pull a pig?
Dach.
No. This is Amsterdam.
That's the Dutch.
Yeah.
No, in Amsterdam.
Good enough, 'cause you've got to pay attention.
Sex doll?
What? No, what?
When
Amsterdam.
Yes.
I saw pull a pig,
Yeah.
the first thing I thought of was what's the show called? The red convoluted one.
The Bachelor.
Black Mirror.
Oh, that. Yeah.
The first episode. Yeah.
I haven't seen it, but I know all about it. No. This is the whole pull the pig thing is about you team up with your friend. No, not team up. You pit it against your friends to kind of have relations with the ugliest girl you can find, kind of deal, and the one who's got the ugliest girl wins. And
What?
she was. I know this is a thing that some sickos do, and apparently this poor lady was the butt of the joke, and she tried to go see her lover, only to find out that he was just playing a prank. Like, I'm not really interested in you. I was just having sex because we're trying to find the ugliest chicks we could. And
was she ugly?
I've got a if you click on the link,
show us a photo.
there's a photo of her here, and I think she's quite a stunning girl. I mean, where's the... Wait, where can I...
Open up the...
Open up the... You find it. Open up the web thing here, but I think she looked gorgeous. It's probably the... I've seen other... Oh, yeah, no. Don't you start your fucking ad. I didn't tell you could start your ad. No, you're looking at the wrong one, dude. The one on the right.
I don't see it.
Just scroll down. How hard is it to just click? Okay.
Just give me that link. I can't find it.
Are you that retarded? Here.
Yes.
Look there.
He needs glasses, Ed.
There. Oh, geez, that's not the best. That's not the best photo of her because that's just a face. But
it's subjective though.
it is subjective. But I don't think that she's unattractive. That's for sure.
I mean, regardless, it's not. Despite your opinions of someone else, it shouldn't be the butt of a joke.
This is this girl's life. She put money into it. She went over and this guy,
That's pretty horrible.
for lack of a better word, person. No, I want to swear so much, and
Then do it.
It's your podcast.
exactly. I don't want to swear.
It is.
I don't want to lower myself to what this
Just
douchebag.
if we can all say Hitler a million times, you can say whatever you want.
Okay, this bastard. Sorry for my language.
Whoa!
I know.
Oh no, my ears!
No, but he what? I actually tried to find this dickhead on Facebook. What is? No. Mr. Mate Man is his name. Mate Man of all names. Jesse Mate Man. Is a Dutch man called Jesse Mate Man, and was doing this. And I found him on Facebook. I tried to send him a message. I was going to frigging give him a piece of my mind, the sick bastard. And yeah.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't though because the bloody thing. I don't know. He must have privatized these things. Like, oh, not accepting any messages at this time. And so Miss Stevenson, who's the lady that had it pulled on her, she actually got the text message. You were pigged, and then 2 emoticons of little pig faces. It was all a joke. Cry smiley face, kind of. I'm laughing so much I'm crying here. And she responded with, "How could you be so cruel, though?" And it's true. How? I couldn't. Oh, who thinks that this is acceptable? A way to treat anyone?
The same people that make sex doll brothels.
No. What?
They're the same people that find this acceptable.
What? Having
no humanity whatsoever. It's just
what's
annoying.
wrong? What's wrong with a sex doll brothel though? I mean, that's just having guys giving guys an outlet.
No, I don't like it.
Okay. Well, brothels aside, you don't treat people like that. You don't. You just don't. But there are people out there who think it's okay to be an absolute jerk.
Yeah.
And it makes me sad.
You can't.
Yeah, he is a cunt.
There's nothing you can say because it's so terrible. What else do you say other than it's terrible? And he's a fuckwit.
Well, once Ed finds his Facebook,
I have.
We will go and visit his address, and then
we'll burn his house down as a prank.
We will stick rocks up his anus.
It's a prank.
It's a prank. It's funny. Laugh.
Everything's fine if you just like a prank at the end of it.
Yeah, we'll get him to fuck a pig and record it and release it on the internet. It's a prank.
I pushed you down the cliff. Oh, it was a prank.
So funny. We'll put jumper cables on your nipples and friggin'... This is a prank. It's hilarious. You don't do this in the Deutschland? Deutschland? No, it's Jimmy.
What about you? Ah, it was a prank.
Oh, that's a bit fun, Oxy. It's like...
Never too bad.
Oh, it's and I bet this guy gets to fuck a different woman every night because he's such a... Oh, see you next Thursday.
He's really cool. That's why, it's always these cool, hard to get assholes that get all the bitches.
Women, show a bit of respect.
Yeah. Whether or not it's a real thing, sometimes I wish or like to think that karma exists.
It would be nice.
I would love for that as well. The problem is, if karma existed,
we wouldn't have Hitler.
We would. This guy's even doing it.
You didn't have to say anything.
You wouldn't. He would have died.
That's true.
He would have been killed.
That's the thing. Exactly.
A lot sooner, anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. I think if karma existed, people would be more cautious about what they do because they know it will hit them at a certain point of their lives, and if it's whether in 10 seconds or 10 years, they know it will affect them.
But they don't.
But it's not a thing.
They don't.
So that's why people don't care.
You know what? There's the great show called Red Dwarf that I know Nugsy's acquainted with. But there's a particular episode where they go into a spaceship and they have a thing. The latest season, actually, season 11, they have a thing. They discover the spaceship has a thing called.
Hang on.
What?
I'm sorry. There are 11 seasons of Red Dwarf.
Yeah, they're bringing out a 12th one.
Are there new
soon.
ones? Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know the new one's extended to 11th.
Oh yeah, they got the. Yep, 11.
I thought they only come out for like 1 or 2 seasons.
Or maybe it's season 10.
And they're just still going?
No, they had like a 10-year hiatus and they started back up again.
Oh.
Which is
get back
awesome.
on it then.
It's really...
I was unaware.
The new ones I actually enjoyed. But anyway, to stay on topic. They discover a ship, and spoilers for those of you who haven't seen it, but if you haven't seen it yet, it's your own fault.
Allah, Allah, Allah.
Were you saying Allah, Allah, Allah? What is this podcast? What happened to this podcast?
Bless you too.
Oh, jeez.
Thank you, Lemma.
Anyway, they discover this spaceship, and it has a thing called a karma drive, which has it purposely.
That sounds fantastic.
It's a world that I would love. If someone said this can happen today, I would say yes. I want to live in that world where if you do something bad, the karma drive will make sure things are equaled out. So this guy is having an affair on the ship, on the spaceship, and so the karma drive punishes the two people by they have like all their food's burnt and really terrible. Every time they try and get a haircut, the machines mess up, so their hair's all ruined. It gets them back that way. And so I think that, if we lived in a world like that, why can't we live in a world like that? What happened? Where is God? Why can't he install one of these things? And then dickheads like this, I don't know, their penis would fly off into the sun if they did something like that.
No, that would be too easy. What if their penis fell off and a cat got to use it or something instead? He had to watch the cat bang all the other cats.
Yeah, that would.
Oh yeah, that would work.
There we go. Maybe then we could live in a happy world. But until then,
something that has a bit of substance, not just that it falls off and flies away. He'll forget that one day. Something that he'll remember forever.
Well, it's an absolutely terrible, terrible thing that happened, and my heart goes out to this lady. It really does. And she has to... And another repercussion is all the women out there who think men are slimy scum that just want to take advantage of women and think that every guy is capable of this. It's only compounding the facts that the nice guys out there are kind of thought to be like this, when really there are nice people out there who aren't like that, who don't use women and who show respect to women.
Yeah, but
Hang
they
on a
don't
second.
care.
They don't, you know.
I think
Because it's usually the nice ones are usually the losers or the ugly ones or whatever. So they don't give a shit about people like that.
I think we're missing
Sorry to hurt
part
you.
of this story.
What?
They had met once before in Barcelona during one of the terror attacks, and they slept together.
Yeah, it was a fling. It wasn't. It was a. I don't want to say it was a fling, but yeah, they met beforehand.
It was
so.
like it was for all
Yeah.
intents and purposes a fully fledged sort of relationship of sorts.
And
I
then
guess.
she thought she'd get with him and he'd be the love of her life
Mm,
after one
day,
night of
week.
bliss.
That just adds a whole nother level of terrible to this story.
He used her and then he did the whole prank to her. Yeah, they had met on holiday beforehand. They were holiday lovers, and then I don't know, through, I'm guessing online social media, kept in contact and then arranged for her to fly over.
Do you know if that jail that fucking what's his face put his son in is still open?
What?
The Russian guy.
Stalin?
Stalin, yeah. Do you think that jail that he threw his son into is still open?
I don't know
Do you
if
think
he
it's still
threw...
around? Can we recreate that jail or something?
Yeah, we could. You know what I was thinking? You know what we should do with prisoners? Really bad ones? Have an island out in the middle of the ocean that's constantly...
Australia.
You're right! You're right! You just hit the nail on the head. No, but a smaller island, one that's got nothing on it, really.
Sorry.
Like,
the English won't make that mistake again.
you know what, we'll have an island out in the middle that's not inhabited, that doesn't have any resources or any animals or anything like that. We get all our nasty prisoners, put them on this island, you say, okay, you're no longer a resident of Australia or whatever island you come from, and the island is constantly patrolled by boats, so they can't sneak off out there, and let these psychopaths that think it's okay to kill, rape, murder, and do all these terrible things and hurt children, let them live like the animals they are on this island, and if they try to escape, shoot them. and then let them, because if that's the way they want to
free will and freedom and rights.
Free Willy.
And free the willy.
Free the Willy.
Look, I believe...
Reminds me of Free Hat.
Free hay.
I like to believe that people can have second chances, but then when people break that second chance and they're like, oh, I didn't realize I was going to do heroin again, I'm sorry, I will look after my kid this time as opposed to selling them as a sex slave. No, I'm sorry, you were given a chance, you fucked up, off you go, off you fuck. And that's it. And then you can install cameras on the island and it'll be a great reality TV show too.
Basically, it's porn, basically.
Yeah, it would be. They'll be fucking each other and eating each other. It'd be great. You know, people would watch it. People would watch that horrendous.
Oh, fucking
Would definitely watch.
In fact, where is it? I want to watch it.
And
right
if there was outrage, you could just say it was all dramatized.
now.
Just pretend it didn't actually exist. It was just actors.
That's it. And then nuke it. Nuke the island.
Yeah, we got to interview some of these actors. Oh yeah, sure.
Oh,
I'll be there in a couple of days. Oh, their plane just crashed.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Into the ocean. There was a terrible, huge explosion somehow.
Damn,
Yeah,
North Korea.
you're not going to hear it on the news because it's a big issue. It's gone
Yeah.
to the wrong country.
The news was nuked. I mean, nukes. Who was talking about nukes?
Yeah. Well,
I didn't push a button.
anyway, let's move on to something happy here. Let's move on
Yeah, I
from
hate
the
thinking about how horrible people are, and
dark and depressing
Yeah,
into the hilarity of
Thinking about
death.
you sometimes.
yay!
Hey, I heard that, Nugsy. Have you guys had the chance yet to see the Happy Death Day movie trailer?
Is that the Groundhog Day thing?
It is Groundhog Day with a murderer. That is what the show is.
Kind of interesting, to be honest.
I watched it and I just thought,
The movie.
no, the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I just thought Groundhog Day. Where's Bill Murray? If it was him in it, I'd probably watch it because who doesn't love Bill Murray? But I was so what?
as someone who hasn't seen this trailer, can you explain a little bit more?
Okay, so
Have you seen Groundhog Day?
Yes. No, I have seen Groundhog Day, but I
You
feel like
haven't
there's
seen it?
more.
Oh my
I feel like
goodness!
there's more to this story than just Groundhog Day.
Have you
Okay.
seen Edge of Tomorrow as well?
so
Yes, I have.
the hell's Edge of Tomorrow?
You haven't seen that? Okay.
I don't watch
It
movies.
runs by a different name though, as well. There's two
The
different
Edge of
names for it.
Yesterday.
Alright, so I'm going to stop interrupting. Carry on then.
No, I want to watch this movie called The Edge of Yesterday.
Stars Brendan Fraser.
Oh, best movie ever. And the actor who plays Jigsaw, and it's his brother.
No, not again.
Okay. So anyway, Happy Death Day. From what I understood from the premise of the trailer, a woman is murdered. She has this day.
Right.
All these things happen. Like in the trailer, you see there's like quotes. These things happen. This things happen. This things happen. She gets murdered. She wakes up the same day that she gets murdered. The same things happen again, and she has to kind of every day she gets at the end of the day she gets murdered, and she keeps waking up, and she has to figure out. I don't know who. She has to either stop the murder or figure out who the murderer is by learning from her mistakes from the previous day. And I don't know. It's a happy end. She probably lives, and the murderer is found out, and it's probably her. I'm guessing it's like a metaphor for life. You're only killing yourself.
She's killing herself, yeah.
And the murder was really cigarettes, and she.
Ed, if that's what it turns out to be, wow.
You've just spoiled that movie already.
I didn't even think about it like that.
I just chose the most stupid, retarded premise I could think of, and that's what came to mind. So I figured.
In my mind, I thought the ending would be like, that she thinks she found the killer, she's all happy or whatever, she survives the day, but then the killer comes back
the next day.
And that kind of thing.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, so do you think that it would get to a point where you would know that you weren't going to actually die, even though you had to live through the same thing over and over again? So would you not just become numb to the fact that you would die at the end of the day?
You know what? Why doesn't she just get on a plane and fly to a different country? Try and kill her then.
I think she tries. Like, she tries to escape the town and stuff like that. It's shown on the trailer.
No, not the town. Escape the country.
But that's what
escape
I'm saying.
life by dying.
The killer kept trying to, it kept finding her no matter where she went.
Oh dear.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I kind of, in my mind, I think I would enjoy it for a bit. I will just mess around and live years doing the same day every day. And then eventually I think I'll probably get sick of it, but
Well, you start to you try and live it out, and then you start that's what happened in Groundhog Day. He started to try and enjoy himself, and then he just started to mess with people because why not? I think that's
there were because at first it was let's try and right all my wrongs. Or was that after? Because there was a point where everything he was taking advantage of everything, and then
that was the beginning. Then
he started to find ways of killing himself because he couldn't be bothered anymore.
That's when he gave up, and then he decided to be selfless and start to right his wrongs and do good things for people. And that's when he broke. Spoilers, even though it's like from the early 90s. Yeah,
it's on every Christmas as well.
It's such a good movie, though. I loved it. I watched it.
Would you consider it a Christmas movie?
I got you, babe.
Well, it's snow.
Meant to be. I'm sure it's set around Christmas.
Well, Groundhog Day. Wait, what day is Groundhog Day? Hang on. Groundhog Day. It's before. It's at the end of winter, which is.
It's at the end of winter.
Is it August?
It would have to be because that's when the.
Wait. Oh, right. American time. I know.
Yeah.
They have to ask the groundhog what's going to happen, and
I mean, it still feels Christmassy, doesn't it?
It does, with the big kind of Christmas trees and all the snow. And actually, you're right. It looks like
it would be
a Caucasian Christmas.
March, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be around March?
Here we go. Isn't that when February 2nd? Celebrated on February 2nd.
February. Yeah, it was about around March. I was right.
Yeah, just before March.
So wait, what was the point of the trailer anyway? You like the idea of it or what? Like, are you interested in watching it? What's the go?
No, it's just the latest horror movie, and I thought it was a bit stupid. But then again, what horror movie isn't?
I don't know. I mean, it did look pretty stupid, but it's something I would watch. Maybe not in the cinema, but...
I'll tell you what did look a little bit creepy.
What?
It was more of a thriller. No, it was more of a thriller than a horror movie. Snowman.
Snowman?
There's a serial killer who...
Michael Fassbender.
Got... Fassbender. Now that is a porno name. Fassbender. He's a serial killer, and he's like messing with the cops, the detectives, and don't they all? And he always leaves Snowman, I guess.
Oh no, I never heard of that. That's a thriller. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah. And it's the whole thing in the trailer. It's like, oh, there's a woman being reported missing, and they go to find where she was, and like, oh, this lady's here.
Is this the
Movie with Snow?
Sounds very similar to a killer that used to be the ice cream killer.
Ice cream killer. Sounds delicious.
Killer.
Spaceman killer.
What's his name? Richard.
Ramirez?
The Iceman, yeah. Richard, I can never say his last name.
What did he kill them with, like, ice or something?
Kuklinski. They used to drive, like, an ice cream truck or some shit.
Or you're thinking of... What do you mean the guy, Madonna... No, not Madonna. Gacy.
Madonna.
No, there's a musician called Madonna Wayne Gacy. Gacy, the clown killer.
His method was freezing victims
That sounds
past
horrible.
the time of death.
Why bother killing anyone? That's just a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I thought about it. But...
I thought he had something to do with, like, either ice cream trucks or I had a truck that was just, like, a freezer or something. Maybe that was just like maybe I got to mix that with someone else.
Maybe this is your own plans. You just kind of revealed everything.
Whoops. Never mind.
Oh, well.
I take back everything I've just said.
Well, yeah, what are we talking about? You can.
We're talking about sex brothels.
Sex brothels.
And Hitler.
Mm.
No, I haven't heard of this Snowman movie.
Okay, it looks intense. Looks cold.
Is anybody interested in seeing
Hentai?
Been there, done that.
Doing it right now.
It's a fucking Blade Runner. The new Blade Runner.
Nope.
They won't do it. No, it won't. There's a certain charm that the old movies, like the original Alien and Blade Runner and all those movies at that time had, because of that smoky, grimy texture that you got from shooting on film. And it doesn't matter how much a director tries to recreate it, it just will not be the same without the practical effects, because it's all CGI.
But you haven't seen it.
No.
Could be really good.
You're right. In fact, I'm completely wrong. I probably am wrong, and it's going to be amazing.
No, I mean, you could be right, but that's still subjective.
True.
But at the end of the day, you don't really know until you've seen it anyway.
Mm.
I was just curious because I rewatched the first one recently, and it was just as great as I remember.
Oh, you rewatched it?
Yeah, a couple of days ago. Actually, Saturday. I watched it Saturday.
Saturday. It's a good movie.
Saturday.
It's a good movie.
Sat on her day.
And actually, you know what is interesting, because we're talking about, robots and all that, the girl that he falls in love with, which is the whole, twist of the movie, is a synth. Not synth. No, yeah, the synths, aren't they? They're called synths?
Yeah, they
Has no one had a stroke?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
They are
right. Yeah.
not real people, and he's, well,
I can't remember what they're called.
Keep thinking synths, but that's the Alien movie.
They're fucking...
Clear. Help us out, Liver.
I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
The Blade Runner movie. You must have seen it.
I haven't seen Blade Runner.
What's wrong with you?
I have taste.
Anyway, he falls in love with the girl who's one of these things. I wouldn't have any problem. That's not they're people too, even if they are created. Who cares?
God, this is gonna kill me forever.
Let's just call them things. You can't call them things because they have rights too. Let's call them livingly challenged. Vagina-born challenged.
My vagina head.
Well, it's either that or a cesarean. I mean, how else do you come out into this world?
Replicants!
Replicants! Thank you. Ding, 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 ding! What do we have for her, Johnny?
It's killing me.
I'm glad we sorted that one out.
All right, the podcast can end now. I'm happy.
Okay. No, we still got 15 minutes to get this juicy.
Ah, fuck.
Yeah, well, you know.
Ah, fuck. I'll be back in a sec.
Oh, okay. Let's have a break. Why don't you? Well, who was it that linked me the Okay, we're gonna make a bit of a jump here. The Bob's Burgers thing. Was that you, Lebs?
I don't know anything about Bob's Burgers.
Oh, apparently it must have been Nugsy then who put a link for the Bob's Burgers movie set to come out 2020. And we all know how much you love the show.
What the?
Are you okay? What, is everything okay? What has happened?
No! Sorry, I'm sort of multitasking and I just realised
It's just a movie.
settings got reset. What the frick? Why? Anyway,
What got reset?
don't worry about it. Carry on.
No, was it a game? Or was this your operating system?
Killing Floor.
Oh, welcome to Killing Floor.
Oh, your settings and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Remember how that stopped?
There's no updates. Why did it... sorry.
Oh,
When's the last time you played it, though?
There's like a micro update of like
A week or two?
3 kilobytes.
I think I played it in months.
They upgraded 1 pixel.
The dead one.
Yeah, the dead pixel. So it was you, Nugsy, that put the Bob's Burgers thing?
Yes, I did. I thought it would be more up your alley.
Up my butt. Georgie loves the show. I enjoy it, but I'm not as hard of a fan as she is. So it's just interesting. It'd be good to see.
It's not that I don't like the show. It's more that I've seen them. I've seen probably the first 3 seasons, but I haven't watched enough of it for it to stick enough.
What?
I don't recall things very easily.
Okay. Georgie's
I have to watch something a few times for it to actually...
Georgie's done that. I know pretty much every episode now. I actually had to tell her to stop watching it because I can't watch it anymore. She's played it that many times that it's driving me nuts. Driven me nuts, I should say. Oh well.
I bet she does.
Moving from, sorry just to jump, I mean it's just a quick kind of, Bob's Burgers movie coming out 2020. How long did it take The Simpsons to come out with their movie? When they Simpsons...
About 20 years as well.
Well, there we go. Bob's Burgers hasn't been out for 20 years.
Oh, then, okay, about 20 years then, not as well.
But they probably didn't expect to make a movie out of it, and how would you? I mean, obviously we can say that now. Yeah. Like, how would you make?
They used to talk about it a while. Like, they'd always mention it here and there that they were going to do it, and they just never did.
No, I know, but like, you still run into that problem of how do you make that show into a movie? I know they did, but before that, how would you have? Like, they would have to figure out...
Make a long, an hour or 2 long episode. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
But you still want, I guess, to bring people in, you still want to make it engaging, I guess, for the full hour. Because I feel like some people probably go into The Simpsons and can tolerate for 15 minutes and then they fall off it.
I'll probably fall off Marge if I had enough time.
What did you guys think of the movie anyway? Actually, surprisingly, as much as I don't like The Simpsons, I quite liked it.
I didn't mind it at all.
It was okay. I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't buy it on DVD. I wouldn't be like, hey, The Simpsons movie on, everyone fuck off, I gotta watch this now.
I saw it in the cinemas.
Same.
I don't regret it. It was fine.
I don't know.
I regret seeing the Pokemon movie twice. The original Pokemon movie.
Oh, what were you thinking? I wonder if I did too.
I owned one of them on...
I hope not.
I don't know.
I think I owned one of them on video.
So gross.
VHS.
Mewtwo.
VHS.
Yeah.
What a weird thing now it is.
It is actually. I still remember my VHS tapes.
I've still got a whole heap of them. Thank you so much for giving me those feral episodes.
You're welcome, mate.
Seriously, that was such a huge
relief.
Huge thing.
The other ones are getting worn out because you're masturbating too much watching them.
Some of them were actually wearing out.
Told you.
I mean, one of the ones I uploaded on YouTube.
Was it Ratus?
Was
that not nostalgia level?
It just jumps, like the quality, like it's just a jumpy, and the audio cuts out. It's worn out.
It's VHS.
Unfortunately,
VHS is one of those things. Just tape in general can be.
Tapes were fun though. But if you weren't watching them, you could use them. You could use them to build forts for your little toys.
Oh yeah.
Like your little GI
pretty
Joe
cool.
guys. Anyway, let's go from the.
Do you remember? Sorry, do you remember like the little VHS tapes that used to have to put the liquid in to clear like
Yep.
the
Yes, the one that heads
So
got
if like
dirty.
20
Yeah.
seconds, so it cleans the
20 seconds,
Yeah.
isn't it like a minute or something? You just sit it in there, let the video play through to the end, and then you.
I must have a high advanced version or
Yeah, I
something
guess
because
so.
it never was a minute, mate.
Damn.
Fuck.
Well,
Those were the days.
to go from the median. No, they weren't. They were horrible.
But those were the days.
They were the days. But
Yeah.
actually, you know what? One thing that does make me sad that kids today will not know the experience of going to the video rental
Dial-up.
store. No,
Oh, what are you talking about? I just saw a kid the other day at a Video Easy kiosk.
no, not a kid, like a kiosk.
Like
Yeah,
like
that you can
Blockbuster
rent.
back in the day.
Yeah,
The
well,
proper
like,
blockbuster.
maybe the kiosk isn't the right word. Like a vending machine, I guess,
Oh,
where
no.
you can just rent your movie.
Oh, what is that? No,
not the same.
Not a vending machine that you.
Same thing.
No, the proper
The
stores.
concept is the same.
You'd go there. They'd always have a movie playing on those big tubular TVs.
Can we go get a video? Oh, yeah, well, fine, we'll go to Blockbuster.
We'll get 3
You go there,
weeklies.
like, I want this one. You get like 3 different videos each. Like, all right,
Yeah.
you get to pick this time.
And then, well, yeah, you'd get like a deal for getting like 5 weeklies, and then you get like a movie. Oh, and the smell of
And then-
popcorn. They always smell. of
Yeah,
popcorn.
and you'd be like, oh, I can have popcorn. No, you got the extra video. You get popcorn, and you get the extra video. Oh, fine, I get the video then.
I always wanted to work at one of those places.
Mm.
They just died out. Those were the
Yeah.
holidays. That's what being a '90s kid was all about. Oh, and early thousands as well, actually.
That's when I got our. That's when our family got it. Early thousands. When
Late
DVDs
bloomers.
were out, not VHSs. We weren't renting VHS, we were renting DVDs because our parents were full against it for a long time.
They thought it was the devil.
No, and then they're like, oh, this is actually really good, and everyone's moved on.
Yeah, I mean, they were great. We spent so many movies from that, like almost every week. It was great.
Yeah.
And
But they were a lot
I
cheaper.
remember watching The Ring, and it was such a the DVD was such a great experience.
Oh,
Not only was the movie great for me, I loved it. But then the DVD is so creepy, like the whole menu and everything. Like if you don't choose an option, for every 5 seconds is like a sudden flash of something gross. It's just so cool. And then you find a hidden secret. I think it's a secret option, and it just shows you like an extra 10 or 20 minutes about the movie, and like I don't know if it's like a long extended
deleted
trailer or
scenes
something, or a mesh that because it seems like there's a combination of deleted scenes, combination of scenes that are in the movie and scenes that were in the trailer, that sort of thing. But it wasn't a trailer. I don't know what it was. It was just a short movie.
I guess it was.
It was
sounds
so
cool.
creepy.
Sounds good.
I love the experience.
It's a good experience.
Yeah.
But you just
I seriously, I want that experience again.
actually, I was thinking about it on the way to work last
What,
week.
my experience? How did you know about it? I just told you about it.
It was so good, with the whole DVD and then putting my cock in the middle. And
what? I wondered why they had those little rings there.
That's why they call it The Ring, mate.
Oh,
how
sorry.
else do you put the DVD in the disc tray? Fingers?
How else is
Fucking
it
get
spin,
out of
mate?
here, man.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
They said you don't want,
meat spin, mate. Come on.
you don't want to get your fingerprints on it, so use my knob.
Yes.
Oh,
But if have you ever been asked if there was a song that you could go back and listen to again?
yes,
It's the
No.
song. There's a song that's so memorable that if you could go back and listen to again,
the
would
first like to hear it the first time again.
you? Yes, again for the first time.
There's been I've never been asked, but there are plenty of songs I would like that to happen to have.
Because a mate of mine asked a long time. It's a conversation we have every now and then. But one that keeps coming up is Bohemian Rhapsody, which is a fantastic song. But I would go back to the moment I first heard AC/DC when I was like, I think 10 or 11, sitting in my dad's office and hearing Highway to Hell and Back in Black,
Ooh,
one track after the other.
Wow.
Ah, so good.
Well, I think so. That's your little.
I can't say that I've
nostalgia trip.
actually thought that about songs. Movies and like game experiences, sure. Songs, as much as I love the songs, I never really thought about
You never come.
re-experiencing it again as if I've never heard it before.
I know you listen to music, but you don't strike me as a music person, aren't we?
Connoisseur.
Kind
I'm not anymore. I used to be.
Connoisseur.
Though,
And all my teenage years, you should know this. I was heavily into like hip hop, man.
I know that,
Heavily.
but as an adult.
And Hasn't. No, I just don't really. I try to listen to some music like every now and again, and now that I drive every now, I got music in the car. So I just listen to my old music
I'll fix
that
it in the
I
car.
like. I just
I'll fix it in the car.
It's just not the same.
every now and again I listen to new music, but then if I can't have the radio, it's just sad state of life.
Is that girl Bieber still making songs?
There's a girl.
Yeah,
Oh,
she's-
you're talking about Justin Bieber.
Yeah, her.
Justine.
Yeah, I think she's still making songs. Yeah,
That's a shame. Okay.
The
she's
The reason I would-
bad, though.
the reason I would go back
She's
to that
always
point
bad.
is just because
She ever
it's,
good. What?
it's the answer to the question.
Okay, sorry. Reason you why did you bring this up? Lexi? What's on your mind?
We're taking a nostalgia trip.
Oh. And whatever
But,
happened to the ferals?
It's the whole reason for the taste of music I have now.
It evolves.
It's like a defining moment in my past.
Well, everything's evolving, and I think that we
No.
latch onto the things. No, we latch onto the things that we like, and then as everything evolves, some bands get good, some bands get bad, new bands open up, and your taste changes. But you,
Correct.
but I still remember buying my first audio album with my money, and it was a CD, and I've still got it. And I remember listening to it and just thinking, no way am I not going to listen to this song ever again. That was the best album, and I fell in love with the music. And I remember that. That was from HMV in Chatswood too, before it closed down, eventually. So, and then a couple of years ago, I remember buying an album just for that experience. Oh, from the same band actually, but their newer stuff, which was decent. Just to be able to buy their album and hold it and look at the album art and actually have a CD to hold that's not downloaded. And it was like that experience where you could open up the book and the thing and be like, oh, these are all the pictures, and oh, here's the lyrics. Oh, he says
I love that.
juggle those tits or whatever they say in songs now.
I
That's
hate
good.
the idea of buying albums digitally. Like, I want the physical
Yes.
copy.
It's not the same.
See,
It's not the same.
Andy
It's
asked
not
me the
the
other
same.
day if I collected music, but it wasn't something I ever really did.
I used to
never-
collect music, but download.
I never really ever had the money though.
Yeah, I downloaded it.
Well, save
Yeah,
up. I'd
that's
save
right.
up.
See, but then you have the other problem where like there might be one really good song that you like on that album, but
Yep.
you don't really like the rest.
Yep.
So you're buying the whole album for one song.
Yep.
Yeah,
It's a shame. It's terrible, but that's the 90s.
but that's why we got, like, there's so many advantages of being able to download, like using iTunes or something like that. You just
Yeah,
download the one song that
Spotify's
you want.
fantastic. Spotify
Yeah.
has been a lifesaver.
I think streaming music is actually a really cool idea, and that's really good. I
It's like
like
make-
that a lot.
It's like make your own radio.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I guess. So.
Yeah, playlist or anything. Yeah,
It's a service that I would subscribe to if I was really heavily into music. Absolutely.
I am.
So
See, the other thing is that even if you are someone who uses Spotify and a lot for enough, if you like the artist enough, you're probably going to buy their stuff anyway.
True. That's true. Or you go see them
pretty
live.
much what I do.
Yeah.
I buy the albums that I actually give a shit about.
Yeah.
You shit on your albums?
Yeah.
Dude, that's weird.
But you know how we were just talking about, like, the whole physical album rubbish.
Yep.
You'd rather get the physical album than
The physical
digital,
copy, yeah.
right?
Right.
The last album, the last couple of albums I bought them physical, but they don't come in those CD jewel cases anymore. They come in like, or at least this artist didn't do it this way. He changed it to paper or cardboard rather.
Cardboard cases.
It's more friendly for the environment, sort of thing. Like
Yeah, I know all about them.
I get that, but it's not the same.
I know.
I want the jewel case with the
I-
insides and
It's
the
cheaper.
clips and the artwork
The
and the lyrics
clips and
all that stuff.
and the clipping and the folding and the nyang.
But,
I'll
yeah.
send you a photo of it. I know Kamal has seen this, but
Dude.
I bought. I really like Watsky, who is a hip hop esque artist, or rap. I don't know what genre to classify him as. Anyway, I bought like this collector's thing, and it came with an LP and a bunch of other stuff, and it came with a CD as well, and it's wrapped in cardboard. But the reason it's wrapped in cardboard is because when you fold it up, it's designed quite nicely. When you fold it up, you put like a little tea light candle in the middle, and it kind of like acts as a little candle holder.
That's different.
It's only an LED tea light candle because otherwise you'd burn the fucking house down. But it's gimmicky, but it's neat. Well, I didn't buy it for the CD. I bought it for the LPs anyway.
Well, I listened so much of the black metal that I bought because it's cheaper and because
African American metal.
Oh, you retard.
You say it to me every single time. Don't you do that to me.
A lot of it.
I cut you out once.
It's hardly the time or the place to bring that up, Lever. Richard, please.
Fuck.
Should have had him as a special guest today.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of that came with as you say, the paper, the cardboard folded. And you're right, it doesn't feel as strong or as supportive. Anyway, do you mind if I have a little rant?
Go for it.
When have you ever ranted before?
Okay, you're right.
When have you ever asked permission to rant?
Good point. Now, going from the medium of movies and music to the medium of live theatre. Okay, I'm just going to upload a thing in Discord for you guys to see. Okay, actually, I won't do it just yet, but there was the Capitol Theatre doing The Wizard of Oz, and I never used to like musicals, but then Georgie, I guess all women, that's why forced me to, and then I found a love for it, and it's just amazing to see a live show in that sense, especially one that's got a high production value, like Wicked, and Wicked Wizard of Oz. It's like that whole storyline thing, of different interpretations. But I thought, it'd be cool to see Wizard of Oz at the Capitol, because they usually have really good shows at the Capitol, and I was looking at it, and when you're trying to book a show, and it's the same with live music, I guess, you've got like, you choose the days, and then you have like the seats of where you can sit, and of course the closer you are to the front of the theatre, as opposed, the more expensive it is, and as you go further back, the further away you are from the stage, the cheaper it is, but obviously you miss out, you don't get to be right in the face of everything. So I was looking for tickets, and it was for 5 weeks only, and this was on Monday, and the ticket, they had pre-sales coming out on the Monday at 12 o'clock. I was like, sweet, you know what? I'm just going to enter these pre-sales, and just get something on pre-sale, because then they'll have all these seats that I can choose from, and I don't mind spending like an extra couple of bucks here and there to get decent seats. So it's like, okay, in order to get pre-sales, you've got to sign up with the Capitol Club, which is like, okay, fair enough, radio. I can sign up for that. It's free to join. I can do that. And then I had a slight issue, and this is what happened. I'm just going to upload the image of what actually happened. So I signed up, and then what you see on the right is what happened. It's I got an error message saying, error sending confirmation email for details, see an administrator. And I was like, what administrator? What do you mean? There is who? Give me a phone number. Give me something. Don't just say to see an administrator of what? A bank? An administrator of a library? Who? And then, so I'm trying to sign in, and then I get the error message on the left saying your account hasn't been activated. To activate it, follow the instructions from the email that has been sent to you. But no email has been sent to me. So I thought, you know what? There's obviously just an error. I'll use a different email address that I have. So I did that, and the exact same error came up saying error sending confirmation email for more details, see an administrator. So I called up the Capitol Theatre and I said, look, this is what's happened. I've tried to sign up and I really want to get tickets. The tickets will be released in something like 15 minutes. Please, can we sort this out? And the lady said, oh, the emails aren't sent straight away. I was like, what do you mean? These are the confirmation emails. Okay, when are they sent? She goes, don't worry, I'll send you the email out right now. And this is just some lady. I had no idea who I was talking to. She must have been the administrator. But then I'm waiting for like 15, 20 minutes, and I get no email. And by this time, the tickets have gone up. And I can assure you, by now, it is Tuesday, 10 o'clock at night, and all the decent seats are now gone, without a doubt, for that final week, which I was hoping to get my hands on. And I tweeted the Capitol Theatre this very image, and I was like, look, what am I supposed to do? And no one's gotten back to me. And I can't figure out why this shit keeps happening. Everyone else can sign up in a normal account, and I can't. It's like everything else. I try and do this, and this stupid thing just happens, and there's this vicious cycle with every single thing, every day of my goddamn life. So
How's your day, Ed?
I don't think I'm going to be seeing The Wizard of Oz, unfortunately.
Oh,
You know, this image is... out of that whole story, my biggest issue is, what's your last name now? I'm trying to work it out. You've censored it.
I have censored it.
It must be a new one.
It is. I took Georgie's last name. She didn't take mine. Yeah.
okay.
Oh.
I don't know what my last name is. I don't care for it.
So you're saying...
Sorry, I got tears. Yes. What am I saying?
were you doing this all day today?
This is yesterday. This is what led probably me to... Oh, I lost my cool many times yesterday. Probably hasn't helped that I haven't been sleeping well. But this is just
was that the thing that I asked how your day was and you're like, oh, Nugsy, I'll tell you when more people are around or something?
Yes, this is exactly...
And then I tuned out and was watching something else.
I didn't give it as much emphasis last night as I did just then, but... It's crazy stuff that just happens to me, no one else, because if this was an error that happened to everyone, they would fix it. But obviously, it's an error that happens to the very few people.
Well, have you asked anyone to try this themselves? Like, I mean, I'll try it if you want.
Yeah, give it a go if you'd like. Just to see what happens.
Speaking of rents,
Oh, jeez.
at work today, I was asked to receive the conduit that came in. Like 10 lengths of 50 mil conduit.
Conduit.
Yes, and 25 mil. Now, 25 is fairly easy. It's on the bottom.
It's over age. It's good.
The 50 mil is all about the top. And I have to climb a ladder. And lift the conduit up by myself and put it away.
Bastards.
I had 10 bundles. They're pretty heavy. It's manageable.
That's the link. Yeah, 10 bundles.
Yes. I had 2 left.
No, wrong one. Put it back on the truck.
The guy who asked me to go out and receive it comes up to me and goes, what are you doing, man? So I was just putting it away. He's like, oh, there's an easy way to do this. Usually we put it on the forklift and then, we just lift it up. Yes, I'm aware there is an easy way. You told me to come out here and receive...
To do it all by hand, yeah.
I put it all away, and you waited until I had 2 bundles left to come out and tell me to do it the easy way.
While you're doing it, did you hear laughing?
You sent me out here, and you come up, and you're telling me to use the forklift, which I can't license. Like, I can drive it, but I can't drive it on the property because I don't have a license for it.
Damn licenses. How hard is it to get a forklift license?
Telling me that there's an easy way. Yes, I know there's a fucking easy way to do it, but you could have come out and asked sooner, couldn't you?
Oh, dear.
Cousin!
Coming in a nick of time.
Just when we're about to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Really?
No.
Well, we have...
How long was the podcast today?
Still going.
It's still going. It's still going.
What the hell? You guys have been recording for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good podcast.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Thank you. Well, actually, you're here for the Would You Rather, I think. I think after getting all those venting out, I think we need to...
Hang on a sec.
Wrap it up. What?
When you signed up for this thing, Ed,
Yes.
did it actually say you successfully signed up?
No, it did that, and it said we could not send the confirmation email out. And then I tried it.
I got this message.
What message? I see no message.
Hang on, mate. I don't have NBN like you, mate.
Oh, sorry. No, I didn't get that message.
I mean, I didn't get the email that they're talking about, but... I got that. Oh, hey, there it is. Okay, you can use my account, Ed.
See, but this is my point! It happens to me!
Hey, may I just say...
Me!
Yes, dear.
Could it potentially have been the reason why you were having issues registering? No. There may have been
Racists?
maybe 100 other people trying to do the exact same thing and it couldn't handle the load.
No, no one can.
I don't want excuses. It's the internet. It never breaks. Internet Explorer is the best web browser by far.
Yeah, you can have those account details, mate.
They probably released the tickets to the general public anyway. They probably have. It's just one of those things. It's like, I do this, it doesn't work. I I set up a phone account, and then the phone account is like, please register with Vodafone, and then you call it Vodafone, and they're like, oh, sorry, we don't have any information about your account. It's like,
see, that happens to a lot of people. You can't get angry about
no,
that.
it happens just to me! Just to me! It really happens to everyone?
I thought it happened to everyone.
Oh, jeez.
I mean, I've never worked at a telco. What do I know?
Yeah, not much, so keep your mouth shut.
I will, mate. I have no bloody clue.
I'm sorry. But you know what it's like. You must hear...
I fail at everything in my life. Of course, I know what you're talking about.
Oh, good.
But what I didn't fail is this lyric theatre thing.
Not lyric, Capital Theatre. Well,
Capital.
actually, it's under the same... It's an umbrella, but they're both theatres.
And I hate umbrellas, so you may have you saw my account details. Yeah, try to sign into it, see what happens.
I certainly will. Once the podcast is over. Right now, we're going to do the Would You Rather and wrap up this beautiful thing before we let the beast grow too large.
Sorry.
So,
Can't contain it.
we ready for the Would You Rather?
Sure.
Okay, this is the one that I came up with. It was influenced by last week's one, but a different spin on it here. Okay, would you rather? Okay, actually, I'm going to explain it as we go along. But would you rather never having to wipe your ass or never having to brush your teeth? And this is in the sense that you never have to wipe your ass because every time you poop, you know that it's going to be 100% clean and there's nothing to wipe. Or you never have to brush your teeth because no matter what you eat, your teeth will never rot or go dirty.
Brush my teeth.
Never have bad breath. Or you never have stinky ass if you never have to wipe your ass.
Brush my teeth.
You'd go for the teeth?
Yes, I fucking hate brushing my teeth. It's such a hassle. Especially when I have to leave in like fucking right now and I just like brushing my teeth is the last thing to do. I'm fucking with my toothbrush in the bathroom.
Just wake up 5 minutes earlier.
Can't be bothered for that. I have to get up at 5 o'clock every morning.
Or brush your teeth in the public restroom.
Or do it on the train. Just spit it out in the corridor.
No, legit. Like there are people at work that do that. They like even like big time partners. Like they have no time to do anything. They're partners. Money is everything to them. So they go into their bathrooms and they brush their teeth and shave and do whatever the hell. And it's kind of weird, but they do it there.
Have you guys...
Yeah, but I get to work and I have to start working. I don't have time to fuck around.
You have time to go to the toilet for 5 minutes. Like.
Yeah, but I don't need to when I get there.
Tell me you need
brush your teeth. You do.
Tell me you need to do a poop and that you're doing a cryptic crossword puzzle and that you need the time to finish it off.
But it being inconvenient aside, brushing your teeth being inconvenient aside, you don't have to worry about fucking dentists.
That's true. Well, I guess if you had...
I have to get 2 wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, lucky you.
Yeah.
That's not against what happened to me with my bloody wisdom teeth.
Wait, what was the other option about not having to wipe your ass?
You can't. Yeah, every time you poop, you know there's going to be a clean butt down below, so you don't have to wipe your butt.
So, then, with that said, you can have a lot of issues with your ass as well for not wiping it. You know, you can get if you wipe it too much, you can scratch and get a hemorrhoid. You know, that sort of thing. So you need to be careful with that too.
But I've never encountered that problem before.
Well, it's not now.
You never have to worry about wiping and tearing the toilet paper and sticking your fingers up there and you're like, oh, that felt good, and you keep doing it.
I should do that more often.
Oh, mate.
Don't I? Time, that's why. Not enough time.
Not enough time.
Well, it's an interesting one that you proposed, Ed. It's like it's not a disgusting one or anything like that, but it really makes you think. 2
kind of mild inconveniences that life throws at us. I personally, I don't enjoy wiping my butt, but sometimes it's like, hey, clean run. I don't have to do anything. Sweet, done. Wash my hands. Out I go. And I feel like I've succeeded in life when I do that. I feel like I've written.
I've managed to maintain my body such an efficient peak that I can just shit and then walk off.
Do you guys have poops? Is that torpedo? Do you know what torpedoing is?
Fire!
Is this a thing that happens to me?
What are we talking about here?
When you poop, and the poop has gone into the water with such velocity that it's actually gone under the U-bench and you can't see it anymore.
You know what? I probably have.
I think I have.
So good! You're like, yes!
I don't just take one little plop. I have a whole heap of shit in the toilet, so I wouldn't even know.
I like the idea that it's on the schedule as well. It's like, fuck, we're late.
It
gives itself a head start.
A bit of torpedoing. It's great. You hear a plonk and you look down. It's like, oh, it's invisible. No, it just ran away. It couldn't stand the sight. It was looking up at you. It was like, oh, what an ugly sight.
I've been in that body for too long.
Huh?
Matt did it again. He chucked the shit in 2 minutes.
How is that even possible?
I was waiting for. He was like, "Do you want to play Rainbow Six?" And I was like, "All right."
What does he
goes, "I gotta
eat?
chuck the shit." So then I was like, "All right," and I was in the court box. I was like, "I will play PUBG while he chucks the shit." And then before I even launched the game, he was back.
Does he have the toilet in the computer with him? I mean, the computer in the toilet with him.
What do you mean? He goes, "Oh, it just wasn't a big log." I'm like, what are you fucking? Are you eating rabbit food or something, bro? Fucking eat properly, bro.
Maybe he just takes little poops. It's like he
Like a rabbit.
maybe he just likes to hold him in, so that way he knows that the absolute moment he butt hits the porcelain or the seat, it's going to come out straight away. And he's already wrapping up the paper in his hand, waiting for it to leave, and then he just cleans it up and he's washing his hands as he's doing the belt buckle. You know, he's like found a way, such an efficient system that he doesn't have to worry, spend as much time on the toilet.
What the hell?
I just think a super wogs thing.
Yeah, I was just thinking as well that, like, I think it's a WOG thing.
What?
It's an ethnic thing where our shits... Maybe we have, like, shit fiber or something, or we're our... Like, I mean, look at the Crohn's disease. That's like a Middle Eastern sort of thing, isn't it? Bloody hell. We're all cursed in a way, but some people have it even worse. You know?
Me. Oh.
Yes, you Ed.
Me?
Yeah.
I have a disease?
Yeah.
About time. I've got everything else.
Yes, schizophrenia, split personality,
ADHD, PTSD,
STF, STI, STD,
PNT,
LMFAO.
Raphael syndrome.
Oh, so what did you end up choosing it?
I don't know. See, I'm quite a thorough brusher of teeth, so I think it would be quite nice not to worry about that.
Mm.
But I know sometimes I know that I have to wipe down there, and I'm not going to enjoy it, and I know it's going to be something I spend 20 minutes perfecting.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? If I could live in a house with a bidet, I would. I'd have a bidet that was hooked up to nice warm water, not cold, not hot, just warm, and I can just wash my ass with water and be like, okay, pat dry, and I can go.
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai.
Pad Thai.
Mm.
I got to experience.
That's how Pad Thai is made, huh?
I got to experience a bidet
Shady questions.
bidet in where was it?
Bidet to you, sir.
In
And
Bali.
a bidet to you too.
In Indonesia.
Mm.
Later, I found out it wasn't a
the name?
bidet.
It was a little boy pissing at you.
Yeah, I sat down on him. Didn't realize.
You're not a toilet.
Mister, you're breaking my legs. But actually, I got to experience a bit. It was fun. B-Days are great fun. And
Well,
this
I
thing,
plan to go to Japan, so that's definitely something I want to
but this,
experience.
Next year.
this
Fingers
B-Day
crossed.
was amazing because it had a little jet and you had a little joystick so you could position and aim it right in the bit you needed to clean. It was great. It was
Does
like
it have a camera, though? Like, how do you know?
you can feel it where it's hitting, and you just kind of have to
No, you need
adjust.
a camera, mate. You need a camera. And you need Snapchat on it.
You know what? You should get the camera position for the person in the cubicle next to you. Make it a game.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You have to try cleaning their ass.
You gotta
And
get
have
it-
to try clean yours.
Yes, and if you want to troll them, you just go for the balls. Ah, I got wet nuts. This is what is wrong with this world? We can't have things like this. You don't think
Actually, you know, if any country in the world would have a bidet that cleans somebody else's asshole, it would be Japan.
Tell us what it's like, Leber.
I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait either.
Well, after all that, I think I would go with never having to wipe my ass because, as you said very briefly, I don't want to spend like 10 minutes wiping that shit, you know, and getting every bit of it and then missing. I don't want to have to miss, like, you know, if you're in a rush and you sort of do a half job and you go for a run and then your ass is sweating and then it's just dripping all over your legs. I don't want that to happen to me 10 times a month, you know? Just want it.
Why has it happened
I don't want
once?
Listen here, this isn't what we're talking about. What we're talking about here is that I
Because I
don't
haven't
want
had that problem before.
Well, and then you got all the hair you got to work your way through as well.
It's a jungle in there.
It's junk
when
food.
you get the nut stuck there, like, what are you supposed to do? Corn, easy to peel off. But this, oh, mate.
You know what's great about corn?
Stuck to you.
It's the only food you can eat
Oh,
twice.
no. Oh.
I like he asked what and then backed out immediately.
I knew where I was getting myself.
Not quick enough, though.
So what did you end up going with, Ed?
Probably the teeth brushing, because I do like to have a bit of a fondle while I'm wiping down there. Just to make sure everything's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Everything is in working order.
Yeah. Oh, there's Libba's gerbil. Oh, dear.
What about you, cousin?
I don't know. I shit a lot, but
You should also brush your teeth a lot, too.
I brush my teeth twice a day. But
Good
I
for
shit
you,
more
man.
than I brush my teeth.
Wow.
I'm getting like that from eating too much food. I just can't stop it coming in my mouth. It goes like,
I could eat probably 1 meal and I'd chuck shit 3 times a day. Minimum.
damn.
Oh, maybe. Well, that's the thing. I think to me that would be an easy answer. I think like if I would just take a shit and not have to wipe it, it'll be done. Like easy experience.
But you got dentists and shit that you'd save money on. Like this one, I just go to a doctor, bend my ass over, and he shows the camera, and then it fixes. This one's like $900 just to fucking look at my teeth. Are you fucking serious, can?
No, but does that still apply? Do you still have to go to the dentist regularly if you don't have to brush them?
Well, let's just say if you're getting, I don't know. I guess not. Like to deal with like standard stuff like cavities, no. But if you had like bad wisdom teeth, I'd say that you'd still have to. But then again, say wiping your ass, if you gave yourself.
Well, if you get yourself like a hemorrhoid or like a disease or something, maybe that might actually benefit you.
It's easy. It's tease, bro. Dentist, you open your mouth, it's like $1,000.
You sit in the waiting room. It's already $200.
Bent over, he puts a camera in my ass, he fingers my ass, and it's just free.
That's the modern day of here, have a lollipop.
I know which one I'm taking in that. I don't have to buy him dinner.
Another one of life's mysteries solved. I should have become a dentist.
A dentist or a colonoscopist?
By sounds of it, cousin's dentist gets the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Well, dentist, he just opens my mouth, there's $1,000.
Yeah.
Doesn't do anything, he just looks at it.
Yes.
Looks like you have a set of teeth here.
Yes.
Well, I think this old war horse is drawing to a close this very night upon us.
What? Hitler's back again, is he?
Oh, for fuck's sake! How
He didn't drive a
many
horse. He
mentions?
can't even drive a horse.
This guy. He's
What guy, Hitler?
yes, him. He's almost a permanent fixture in this damn podcast.
I don't know why.
I'm expecting him to join us on Discord any night.
Is this the first time Hitler's been mentioned?
Oh
Fucking no.
no!
Even Ed said it once.
You said it a couple of times.
It's gonna be a lot of bleeping.
Actually, yeah. You bleeped one from last week, I think. At the very start.
And I cut a bit out at the end where Lever talked about it.
Really?
Hitler.
Yes,
I
did it.
Talk about Hitler.
Yes, I did an
can't believe
effortless
that.
cut. No, there's no point bringing him out. Bring him. There's no point. He's not a nice person. He's a horrible. Yes, he's a
What
dictator.
about him?
What about Stalin?
Stalin, worse, but because we already spoke about this.
Because he's socially acceptable. Come on, no, that's ridiculous.
It's racist.
It is racist. But then again, so is Hitler, so it balances out.
Hey, quick question.
That's how we can end this.
Wait, there's one quick question. Okay, you got 30 seconds. What's the quick question?
Hitler. Oh, damn it. It's gonna cut it out.
How about that new theme song?
How about that new theme song? It's a good theme song.
Hitler.
I like it. I'm surprised it's not in the theme song. Come and join our podcast today. It's fresh as bread, and it's
Played in reverse.
yeah. Well, with that, people. With that, people, we're gonna sign off with. The Hitler fan club, apparently.
Oh, Ed, calm down, man. I think we've had enough. We don't have to talk about it that much.
Yeah.
And you want to write any abuse, so if you're upset, you want to send us fan mail.
Send us fan mail for being upset.
Yeah. Either. Complaints. I'll put the address down below.
Uh-oh. Hey, leave me out of this.
No, apparently. Address it to...
He's done it before, hasn't he?
I did.
Please don't do it again.
On YouTube.
Please don't do it again. This is when he was popular. He was the beauty shit.
Send me a message. Put that down right now. What the fuck, man?
It was... Come on, man. That's not cool.
Oh, no, it's hilarious.
No.
You didn't get anything in the mail, did you? You're fine. He's fine.
I get junk in the mail sometimes, like nuts and peanuts.
That's all it's bad.
Scratchy.
Yeah, that's right. I mailed you some nuts, didn't I? They were pecans. No, they weren't pecans.
They wouldn't fit in my pants.
They were good. Either way, they were good nuts. You should have eaten them. And I sent your parents a letter saying that you should get a sex change. Oh, but it's a story for another night.
Thanks, mate.
No worries, mate. This is karma.
Help me.
What goes around comes around.
Well, as we discussed, karma does not exist. Otherwise, you would be dead 10 years ago.
No, not kidding. No. See you later, everyone. Bye. You guys can say goodbye.
Fuck
your
off.
bloody stream. Stream? Whatever, podcast.
But don't even know what the hell you're doing.
Wake up for breakfast, peanut butter toast. Open the bread box, shit, there's no loaf, oh no, my toast. How will I get by? Oh, what am I gonna do? No, nothing else will do. I need my loaf. Go down the road to the store. Head to the bakery, but fuck, they've got no more. Oh no, my loaf. How will I get by? No, I don't know what to do. Oh, I think I have a clue. It's in the Bread Podcast.